Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazer University YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I'm helping you break through your barriers and transcend limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So, right now, with all the energy shifts going on the planet, we're trying to become new versions. We're shifting in different timelines, making a lot of changes. We've had retrograde. The past few videos I made on the full moon in Cancer, some Mercury retrograde we had, the Mars retrograde, a lot going on, right? And things are shifting, and now things are going direct. And remember that the veil is very thin right now, and we're shifting very quickly with these timelines, right? I said before that it's more about releasing what's not in alignment. It's about manifesting the life you want, shifting to the timeline you want, bringing in the new energy. A lot of it's about releasing what doesn't serve. Which brings me to the topic of this video. How to stop self-sabotaging your manifestation. First, let's get to the root of why we self-sabotage. As a person that used to struggle with addiction, mental health, toxic relationships, I can analyze why people self-sabotage. I made a video on the importance of stabilizing your nervous system in manifestation. Check it out. I made it a while back, but I'm going to touch back on this because I think it's important. Let's just think of it this way. The person has manifestation, right? It's a natural for them. How do they think, feel, and act? They're all in alignment, right? With that version that would have that. Your subconscious has your beliefs about the situation, about your manifestation, about you, about your self-concept, right? When you bring in something new that your nervous system is not used to, you get that feeling of almost excitement, anxiety, right? It doesn't feel natural to you. So, what happens when something doesn't feel natural to us? We self-sabotage. So you're used to being in unhealthy, chaotic relationships, drama-filled relationships, right? So when someone comes in and brings you love or unconditional love or healthy relationship or something you're not used to, when you're used to chaos, what happens? You often self-sabotage it, and I'm 100% guilty of this. It almost freaks out. Your subconscious, your nervous system, right, wants to keep you safe and comfortable in a cycle, right? Kind of like, this is my little box, this is what we're used to, this is comfortable for me. Even though it might have brought you pain, it's comfortable for you. When you come in and try to bring something that's way outside of your comfort zone into your life, right? Self-sabotage it. How do you do that? Maybe you'll start a fight. Just do something that's gonna, like, destroy the relationship. And I'm not saying it's on a conscious level, sometimes it's subconscious. You know, you're not aware of it, but it's a defense mechanism. Hear about the people that win the lottery, right? Their nervous system's not used to having that much money. So you bring in millions of dollars to someone that was broke or not going to manage their money, their nervous system can't handle it, and they'll end up spending it recklessly, right? Same with addictions, right? I was someone that struggled with that in the past. When I would try to get clean, I'd be doing good, I'd have a good run, right? And then I'm not used to, oh my God, I actually feel good. And everything feels good. Oh my gosh, my body actually feels better. My mind feels better. Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel normal. I'm used to being like emotionally unstable, right? And going through the ups and downs, the highs and lows. And so, oh my gosh, let me go bring me back to how I was, right? So you can see how this cycle of self-sabotage continues. Sometimes you've had a chaotic life before, and you try to bring peace into your life and be in a peaceful environment. Sometimes you'll still invite chaos and attract chaos to your life because you're used to it. And that's what's comfortable, right? How do we stop this cycle? You're like, oh, I want to be happy. I want to have this happy relationship. I want to have peace in my life. I want to bring in abundance, prosperity. How do I stop self-sabotaging? My answer to this? Well, I have a couple answers. A lot of it is you're programmed to have certain beliefs about your self-concept, about the manifestation, right? About money, about relationships, about whatever it is trying to manifest, and about yourself, about what you're capable of, about what you're worthy of, right? So, one thing I would say, reprogramming your subconscious mind, right? But another thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about is also, it's a little bit of surrendering. Surrendering to the discomfort. Surrendering to the fact that you are worthy of this manifestation. It's letting go, it's detaching. When we're self-sabotaging, we're too attached to our comfort zone. We're too attached to our old patterns of doing things. Our old identity, our self-concept is like that of the old, I'm never in healthy relationships. Oh, I'm not good with money. So this manifestation I come in, I'm going to self-sabotage it because I haven't surrendered. I haven't surrendered my old identity. I haven't surrendered the attachment to my old identity. Sometimes it's as simple as just surrendering, like, hey, I accept that I wasn't good with I accept that I was in toxic relationships. I accept it, and it's okay. It's okay that I was like this. It's okay that everything ended in turmoil, but I am worthy of more. Sometimes it's just allowing things to flow in our life, surrendering to the process, trusting the process. Sometimes we sabotage because we're so scared that we're going to sabotage something good, so then we sabotage it. If that made any sense. We've been hurt before in some kind of way. Sometimes it's going to be trauma from the past. And it hurt us so bad that we're afraid to open up to something new, something that can make us feel good, because all we knew was being hurt, whether it's being broke, whether it's being hurt in relationships, going through addictions. You have to be able to surrender to the unknown. Surrender that there could be something better than your little box of what you had in mind, of what you imagined for yourself. Surrender your comfort zone. Sometimes it can take a while to reprogram your mind, right? If you're going through patterns and it can be frustrating. So for me, that does work and it did help me, but I find it that the manifestations are coming in more, like they're flowing in more when I just surrender. If you can just surrender and say, you know what? I've done everything I can. I know I've experienced this in the past. And I'm just going to surrender to whatever happens. When you do that, you let go of resistance and it flows in quicker. And it kind of ends as self-sabotage. A lot of times self-sabotage is we're holding on so tightly to something, to our old way of being, to our old identity, to the negative patterns, to the pain, to the suffering. You can't just let it go and let it be how it's going to be, regardless of whether, hey, this might happen, it might not. I might get hurt, I might not. I might lose, I might win, right? You just surrender to the process, surrender to the moment. That's how you end self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a cycle, right? You're attached to the cycle. It's going around, around, around. Suffering. Even like you feel good, you're attached to the highs, the lows. So you feel really good, and then, oh, I'm going to lose this, and then I'm going to feel bad, and then I'm going to do something crazy, and then I'm going to seek something to feel good again. And I'm going to go in the same cycle over and over again. And this could be in different parts of life, right? Sometimes it's substance abuse, sometimes it's relationships, different areas of your life. Or just attached to highs and lows in general. So when you're attached to that, you will self-sabotage to make it that, the highs and the lows. The extremes, right? It kind of gives you a rush, right? Give you even some adrenaline. You get addicted to cortisol, even stress, the anxiety of that. The anxiety of getting something and losing it, or the fear of losing it, right? You get something really good, and we even have anxiety about losing it when we do get it. Sometimes we do get it, and everything's good, and it's like everything we ever wanted, and then we self-sabotage. Then we do something to stir up the pot a little bit, to make it just like how we used to be, to bring it back to what we know. But I'm going to challenge you to surrender. Let go of your old identity. Let go of the old patterns. Stop holding on to this so tightly that you don't even give it a chance to grow, give it a chance to breathe, give it a chance to be what it's meant to be in its own divine timing. If you've tried everything to try and self-sabotage and it hasn't worked, try just surrendering. Letting go. Letting go of everything. Letting go of expectations. Surrendering to the moment and the process. And just whatever's going to happen is going to happen. There's a sense of fear that will come over you at first, but it will also be a sense of freedom, and it might turn out better than you expected. It's better than if you keep going in self-sabotage cycles that are literally causing you so much pain and misery, and even hurting the people around you too, and more all causing a lot of chaos in your life, suffering. Give it a try. Just let me know how it works out. I guarantee you that will release some resistance and your manifestation will come in quicker. It will even stabilize your nervous system more, because think about it, when you release that, when you surrender, your nervous system is actually a little more stable too. So you don't freak out so much when you get something, you know? You're just letting it go. And then you're more in alignment with the version that has it. So it will attract more easily into your life anyway, and you'll feel better. And you'll get used to being more neutral. I made a video on the new power of neutrality manifestation. Check it out. If you resonate with my content, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I also have a Facebook group, and Instagram, and TikTok. Links are in my video description and in my channel description. I also offer transformational coaching. If you're interested in that, my contact information is in this video description as well. Have a good day. Namaste.